the dignity of the individual. That's another one. The innocence before the law. God, that's a miracle that we ever came up with that idea. I can't believe that idea exists, because in most cultures it's like, well, you might be guilty? Okay, you're dead. Because, well, that's easier. You might be guilty. Why go through all the trouble? There's plenty of people where you came from. It's like the trouble of presuming your innocence. It's innocent. It's even hard for you to do that for yourself. And the idea that each person has an intrinsic worth regardless of their, well, externalities, let's say.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed that video. We have been talking about the concept of innocent until proven guilty, or the presumption of innocence, recently. And as a result, I came across this video and I wanted to share it with you guys. Just to summarize the video, if you haven't really fully understood what he's just said, although I do think it's quite clear, he's essentially saying that innocence until proven guilty is a very important concept, because in a lot of times it's way easier to just discount everyone as guilty, because the moment an accusation comes, it's way easier to believe it than actually do the footwork to actually figure out whether it's true or not. When we hear a rumor about someone, when we hear someone accusing someone of X, Y, and Z, it's way easier to just believe it and condemn the person instead of actually figuring out what has happened. And as a result, it's very important for us to be reminded that we must go and do the footwork, that we must act very hard to actually work towards that certain goal, to figure out what happened, so that we should not jump the gun and presume that someone is guilty before we actually figure out what has happened. And that is the importance of us presuming someone's innocence, such that we can let the authorities, the people who know how to deal with the cases, deal with the situations, to find evidence, to get the best picture, to provide that evidence, and to come up with the reasoned conclusion. And as a result, that's what we should be doing as well. We should stand back and not presume that everyone is guilty until we have a full picture, at least a good understanding of what has happened. And that means understanding the story and the situation from both sides and gathering the proper information. And also that ties in very well, and I think Jordan Peterson talks about this very well, is that it ties in very well with human rights. We all have intrinsic value and worth, and in order to express this intrinsic value and worth to the maximal degree, we must then use and treat everyone as people with value. And to treat someone with value is no simple question. It's no simple idea. It is one of the underpinning principles of Western civilization, that when you're interacting with someone, you're interacting with someone with value, with worth, with respect, and that you should treat them as such. And as a result, you have to treat everyone as someone with value and care about that person. Because a lot of times it's, and I could tell you from personal experience, just like innocence until proven guilty, it's very, very easy to presume that someone is worthless just to use them as kind of a scapegoat, or just use them as kind of a second-class citizen. It's way easier to treat someone worse than treat someone better. But at the same time, this is a principle, this is an idea which is at the core of civilization, at the core of our ideology, our thoughts. And as a result, we should support and actually treat everyone with respect. And I think that those are the two main ideas that we have found in this small clip. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you enjoy this clip and want more of this kind of short clips that I see, things I find valuable, then make sure you let me know in the comments below, and I'll happily make these more of these videos for you, because there's a lot of clips that I've seen in the past by people like Jordan Peterson, like William Lane Craig, or other philosophers like Dostoevsky who I've read. I could share these ideas with you guys. And if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to let me know. If you enjoy this content, make sure to like and subscribe. It means a lot to me, it really helps the channel grow. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.